The 1991 Ace Coaster Convention was held at Pittsburgh's beautiful Kennywood Park. Kennywood is a park rich in tradition, tracing back to 1898, when it was founded as a small trolley park. Consistent park favorites like the carousel, built in 1927 for example, adorn the walkways of this historic park. The turtle, previously called the Tumblebug, also built in 1927, and perhaps the most famous symbol of Kennywood, Noah's Ark, built in 1936, amuse and delight all members of the family. Children have enjoyed Kennywood's auto race for decades. The track was built in 1926, and although the cars were upgraded to a more streamlined model in the 1930s, the track has kept the same design since that time. The Penny Arcade still has many amusements that could now be considered historic artifacts, as the penny movie machines, the old fortune teller, several skee-ball lanes, and a penny love tester for adventurous couples. Kennywood's old mill, now called the Haunted Hideaway, was built in 1901. This ride has gone through many name changes. It was even called the Panama Canal prior to World War I. Another favorite is the Kennywood Turnpike. The cars on the turnpike drive along a semi-restrictive track, allowing younger drivers to control the vehicle under safe conditions. Meanwhile, back at the Radisson, ACE members were already preparing for the convention with the help of a little memorabilia. Coaster collectibles adorned the booths where young and old alike shared in the magic of old books, banners, and other amusement park nostalgia. Even the worries of travel and checking in were forgotten upon arrival to this coaster enthusiast haven of memories, information, artifacts, and a roller coaster cake. Events coordinator Lucy Ambrosini summed up the feelings of many conventioneers.
Everybody is excited and looking forward to a wonderful experience going to Kennywood and riding the fabulous coasters there and seeing each other in these wonderful surroundings.
Children were entertained by a remarkable miniature roller coaster made from about 3,000 popsicle sticks and 46 feet of steel and aluminum track. Coaster lovers are entranced by the large array of collectibles and beautiful photography displayed here.
Hi, I'm Dave Bonner. I'm the display coordinator for CoasterCon XIV here at Pittsburgh at the Radisson Hotel in Monroeville. This is Renee O'Connell, and she brought many of the items that are on display here at the convention.
I started collecting back in high school. I collect antiques in general, but amusement park memorabilia is a special area of what I like to collect. This item right here was from the 1930s. It was handmade, and you do not see many of those around, and it works on a transformer. That is a canvas sign that I got from Rocky Springs auction, and it's from the 1930s as well. Then I have some mechanical toys over here that are from the 1940s and 50s. So then I have pennants and some signs, so it's a variety of different items. I'm also writing a book on a history of the American Amusement Park, and that's due out around next year. So a lot of these will be used for the book.
The convention itself, though, was kicked off by President Ray Ugroth's opening remarks.
The name of this hotel is not the Radisson Hotel. The name of this hotel is Kennywood East Hotel. People out in the lobby say they've never seen such a group as we have here. And looking around the room, I don't think I have either. Welcome to CoasterCon XIV.
Initial business was covered, the privileges of the ACE member in Kennywood Park were discussed, and the chairman of the board of Kennywood, Mr. Carl Hughes, gave a welcome address to those who attended this opening ceremony.
First of all, the chairman of the board of Kennywood Park, Carl Hughes. Mr. Hughes. Queen
I
Elizabeth.
don't know how many of you were here for the CoasterCon at Kennywood before in 1980, but I assure you I was, and I see quite a few others. I saw Richard Bunch. I see a pretty lady here, I remember, and we're just delighted to have you back again. I assure you that Kennywood has the welcome mat out, ready for you, and if there's anything that our staff does not do to make your stay the most pleasurable you've ever had at any CoasterCon, you see me. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Hughes, on behalf of all 4,320 members of the American Coaster Enthusiasts, and by the way, there are 770 of us here now, I would like to present to you this plaque, and those of you who can't see it, I hope we would have it available for a few minutes for our members to see it. It has aerial views of all 4 coasters at the park and photos of the logo and or the station of each of the roller coasters. And the inscription is, Kennywood Park, presented with our sincere appreciation for being gracious host as we gather to celebrate the Jackrabbit, the Thunderbolt, the Racer, and the Steel Phantom from the American Coaster Enthusiast CoasterCon 14, June 1991.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you all. We love coaster enthusiasts. Thank you very much.
After all the excitement of the opening ceremony died down, people were again able to concentrate on the main thrill of an ACE convention, roller coaster riding. The anticipation could be felt in the lines for the morning ride time on the Steel Phantom, the Jackrabbit, the Racer, and the Thunderbolt.
Sure.
What's your favorite roller coaster here and why?
It's got to be the Steel Phantom, just for the sheer speed.
Steel Phantom. So the Phantom's one of your favorites?
Yes, it's the most violent I've ever been on by far. It's very intense. It's like blasting out into space.
Front seat, best place.
Fantastic.
Best steel coaster in existence.
Okay, why'd you come here? To ride the big one? Yeah.
great.
I like it.
You get any bugs in your eyes?
I have my eyes closed.
Yeah, your eyes closed.
No, I do keep my eyes open, but no bugs in my eyes.
Why do you prefer the front as opposed to anywhere else?
Well, usually prefer the back.
Why is that?
Because it gives the whippiest action, but this front seat does give you a little airtime when you go up the second hill.
Even though you're strapped in, you still get airtime?
Yeah, definitely.
Push up on stage, turn to your right.
A little tough, that's what we're at.
How many is that for you?
I don't know, I can't count past 5.
How was it?
Great. It's fast.
How was it? What's the next best feeling to riding this coaster?
Another good arrow like the Magnum, or any other coaster here, Kennywood.
I love that jackrabbit. That second drop, the airtime is incredible. Can't keep my hands up on that second drop.
I like the jackrabbit.
The jackrabbit with that double dip is unreal.
Wonderful ride. Double dip is wonderful. Better than the mean streak. Better than the mean streak.
What's your favorite roller coaster here and why?
Here, the Racer. I think it's a great roller coaster. It's a lot of fun, especially the two trains running side by side. I think it's an all-around terrific coaster.
Well, I like the Racer because they actually let you grab hands on with other people and pass balloons and stuff back and forth. That's great. I think anywhere else they'd kick you out of the park for that.
Yeah. What's your favorite ride?
I'm a beginner.
That's okay. What's your favorite ride of all time?
The Racer.
Hey guys, how long have you been roller coaster enthusiasts?
Actually, I just started this year.
This year, where are you from?
Madison, Wisconsin.
What kind of parks do they have out there?
The closest one to us is Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. It's a great park.
What kind of roller coasters do they have?
They've got a wooden racing roller coaster called the American Eagle, and they've got two looping coasters. One's the Demon, one's the Shockwave, and then they've got a stand-up coaster, Iron Dragon, Iron Wolf.
What's your favorite coaster in the country that you know of?
Probably the Thunderbolt right here at Kennywood.
So what's your favorite roller coaster here and why?
Oh, Thunderbolt. Absolutely. It's so much fun.
I would have to say Thunderbolt, really. I mean, I really loved that ride after discovering it. Those first two dips just sold it for me. It really did.
Oh, we like Thunderbolt. I like the Thunderbolt too. Wood. What's your favorite wooden coaster?
Thunderbolt.
In the world?
Yep.
Thunderbolt.
Probably the Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt Kennywood.
Thunderbolt. Because it's very unique. I've never been on a roller coaster that drops out of the station into a gully, and a roller coaster that has the lift hill in the middle and has the biggest drop at the end. It's amazing. Classic old NAD trains. It's a wonderful experience.
After all that roller coaster riding, a person can get hungry. That's why the Ace Picnic was such a success. Hungry coaster enthusiasts gathered to relate stories of the day's riding, speak of other parks they had visited, and perhaps tell a few tall tales about coasters they had ridden around the world. The Steel Phantom was on the tip of many tongues as one of the world's best steel coasters, as was the Thunderbolt, considered one of the best woodies. Many ACE members took this time to rest or just relax in order to prepare for the week's events, such as the ACE Seminars, for example. The ACE Seminars were held at the Monroeville Expo Mart. These seminars consisted of several individual groups, each running at the same time. The groups covered ACE-related topics such as business issues, writing for the American Coaster Enthusiasts Roller Coaster magazine, and reporting for the ACE newsletter. Many important journalistic skills were discussed.
If you do it, especially if it's an in-person interview, and you've got somebody who's not being very responsive, sometimes the article can also get a very interesting slant if you talk about the body language, and the lack of responsiveness, and so you can get turn some negatives into positives there as well.
One of the most visited seminars at the convention was the physics seminar. This seminar covered topics related to the actual reason whys in roller coastering. Have you ever wondered why you get a different ride when you sit in the back car of a coaster as opposed to the front?
Everybody see that? Okay, we have two identical trains, two identical hills. You'll notice that there's a little bit of symmetry happening here, whereas here, the rear car is right at the top. Here, the front car is right at the top. Now, when this is going at the same speed, the situations for these cars at the top is exactly the same. The center of mass of the train is somewhere in the coupler mechanism between the second and the third car. Same thing here. The center of mass is a certain distance below the peak. So that means that the center of this train is moving at exactly the same speed as the center of this train. Now, notice that the rear car here is like still coming up the hill. The front car is just cresting the top. So the front car is moving at the same speed that you are here, although it's up on this curve. Over here, the exact opposite situation is true. So what's going to happen is this front car here is moving the same speed at this point that the rear car is moving right here. So it's going to feel the same kind of things happening here and here. The same things are going to be felt by this car and this car. So the bottom line on all this is if you're in the front car, you're going to feel the most lift or negative G's or whatever as you're coming up to the top of the car, or the top of the hill, because the center of mass of the cars, the train is still moving pretty fast as it's coming up. And you're already at the top, so you're getting a little bit of lift as you're coming up. Here, the center of mass of the train is starting to move down, and you're starting to move faster at the top of the curve right here. So you'll feel the same types of things at different points. Here you're going to get the boring ride going up the hills because the center of mass is already starting to slow down. So by the time you get to the top, this thing is really poking along. But on the other hand, as you go over, you're the last to go over. So the center of mass of the train is already starting to accelerate down, and it's going to pull you down.
As you know, the convention wasn't all work and no play. The Ace Feud was once again held, this year at Monroeville's Expo Mart.
This evening we're going to bring you what turned into the second annual Ace Feud. We did it the year before in Texas, which was a remake of Ace Feud of 10 years before. And the story behind it was they did it in Texas 10 years before last year, so really 11 years ago it started. We brought it back last year and it was so popular, so we brought it back again this year. Basically what it is a version of Family Feud for Ace. Coaster park related type questions. And without further ado, I think we're going to get started. First, I'd like to introduce the first of the two teams. On my left, your right, we have Debbie's Daredevils. Let's give them a hand. Other side of the stage, we have the team made up of 5 individuals calling themselves the Mindbenders. Is that Atlanta or?
Friendly competition was the theme at this year's feud, or was it?
We surveyed 100 ACE members, and the top 10 answers, there they are. The top 10 answers are on the board to the following question. Besides the Beast, name a coaster containing more than one lift hill. Matt. Is it on the board? 6 points, yes it is. Fourth favorite answer. 3 answers can beat it, Debbie. Time's up, dear. You get a strike. Okay. Okay, Matt, your team, you want to play or pass?
The competition was fierce, but it's only a game, right?
Thank you very much for that.
A slide and film presentation was also held at the Monroeville Expo Mart. Host Marty Moltz introduced such speakers as Colleen White, born in Jamaica, who gave a slide presentation on Coney Park, a Jamaican amusement park.
Hello and welcome to Pittsburgh and Kennywood and the Thunderbolt.
White spoke of the many interesting differences between the parks in Jamaica compared to the United States, and some surprising similarities. Also shown was a video presentation by Steve Wilson documenting his 1991 Spring Coaster Tour, and the films by George Cecil on the topic of parks that are closed and coasters that are no more. Also shown was a slideshow by David Miller, president of the Duquesne Incline Society, on the history of the Duquesne Incline. And the film by Paul Greenwald covering every acer's dream, the ultimate free ride.
A film called The Search for the Ultimate Free Ride. By that I mean free in terms of once you leave the chain, of course, gravity alone does the work, as we all know. And it's sort of a travelogue. It's a documentary travelogue on coasters. It also includes some alpine slide, water slide footage from the types of things you very seldom see on a screen.
A slideshow tribute to Ace's visit to Frontier City was also displayed. Interested in the American coaster enthusiasts? Just ask a member a question. They love to talk about it.
Hi, folks. How long have you been roller coaster enthusiasts?
Long time, at least 12, 15 years.
Ace people or coaster enthusiasts?
Oh, Ace people.
Ace people, a couple years.
A coaster enthusiast all your life?
Good part of it. Good part of it.
Never got to go on the Bobs at Riverview, so I'm trying to make up for it.
I've been an Ace member for, I've got my mouth full, about 14 years. It's a great pretzel, you know.
How long have you been Ace members?
I've been about a little over 3 years now.
Where have you been with Ace?
How much time have you got?
How long have you been a member?
About 3 years. Yeah.
Guys, fourth day.
Surviving, enjoying it, having a good time.
How many times have you
20?
25.
25.
How long have we been with Ace?
2 years.
2 years. Where have you been with the organization?
We've been to Worlds of Fun, Great America, Kings Island, Cedar Point, and Kennywood.
How long have you been with Ace?
About 3 years.
Yeah. How you doing?
Okay, how are you today?
Good. How long have you been a roller coaster enthusiast?
About 4 years.
And where have you been with this organization?
Well, I've been to Conneaut Lake, been up in Pennsylvania. I also am affiliated with the Western Pennsylvania group, so we have outings up here. Yeah, this is basically the home park. Even though I'm from West Virginia, I kind of hook up with the Western Pennsylvania group because I'm so close.
Where have you been with the organization?
Texas.
Last year we were at Texas. I've been to Valley Fair and Kings Island, just a bunch of different places.
Everywhere.
And this park goes, the group just goes anywhere, any place where the parks will have you at. The group just goes.
Well, we were here 2 years ago, then over to that was Dorney. And let's see, Texas last year, Denver, Oklahoma, Geauga the year before that, Cedar Point, Boblo Island.
How long have you been roller coaster enthusiast?
About 4 years.
What parks have you been to as an enthusiast?
Tons.
How was it?
Great.
How long have you been an enthusiast?
Oh, for about 30 years.
How long have you been a member of the organization?
2 years.
All
How you doing?
Good. How long have you been here?
Since Sunday evening.
You've been here for the duration then?
For a duration so far, right. I'm leaving today, but it's been great.
Where have you been with them?
Out to Texas last year, and we're on a trip from Florida. We stopped off in Georgia, Cincinnati, Sandusky, Jogga Lake, and then over to here.
Which of those places do you like the best?
Roosevelt.
Why is that?
Because my favorite coaster, the Timberwolf, is there, and I like the Orient Express, which is a great steel coaster too.
Are you a coaster enthusiast?
What's your favorite park besides this one?
Really, nothing hardly compares to
What's your favorite park?
Any park that's open.
Any place? What's your favorite ride here?
Everything, really.
Yeah,
There's not a bad coaster here. There's not even a bad flat ride here. Everything here it's great.
You didn't see me line jump. I saw that. I saw it.
They got him on film.
Man jumps in line. How's your convention go?
Oh, real good.
Real good?
I'm having a good time.
What's your favorite park that you've been to as an enthusiast?
This one.
This one here?
Yeah.
How about you guys? What's your favorite park?
This one.
This one is?
Yep.
How about you, Robin?
Busch Gardens.
What's your favorite ride there?
Loch Ness Monster. It has 2 loops and a tunnel. Once I got white steam on my leg.
So you like wooden coasters or steel coasters?
Yeah, I prefer wooden coasters.
Why is that?
They beat you up more. They're not as smooth.
So you like the feeling of rattling around in the...
Right, like this coaster here. This coaster does it real well.
How long have you been a member?
About 3 years.
Where have you been?
Oh, I was for the convention last year, Six Flags over Texas, which was really good. And this year, that's only 2 conventions I've been to. But myself, I've been all over the country.
Out of all the places you've been, what's your favorite coaster in the United States?
Coney Island Cyclone.
Why is that?
It's it's everything. At night, it runs just flat out. You get thrown around till you don't know what's going on. Just the first drop is incredible in the back seat, and the whole ride is just amazing.
What's your favorite steel coaster in the country?
Right over there, Steel Phantom.
What's your favorite ride in the United States?
I would have to say my favorite ride is the Timberwolf in Kansas City.
Why is that?
Just the airtime and the thrills. It's not the tallest ride in the world by far, but it has more thrills packed per square foot. Thrills per square foot.
Is that how it equates in thrills per square foot?
I think so, yeah. The thrills per linear foot or per foot of ride. That's how I view it, yes.
Those who enjoy another form of coasting took part in the Ace Gateway Clipper Steel Phantom Cruise. Coaster enthusiasts gather to enjoy a delicious dinner in the company of fellow roller coaster lovers. This Gateway Clipper cruise took an interesting turn toward Kennywood's Steel Phantom. Even those coaster lovers who have been everywhere appreciated the view. So whether you came to enjoy a good meal or simply enjoy the view from atop the boat, the Gateway Clipper fleet provided the fun. As you know, Kennywood Park has 4 coasters. The youngest of these coasters is the Steel Phantom. When built, the Phantom had the longest drop, 225 feet, and the fastest speed, 80 miles per hour, of any coaster in the world. The concept for the Phantom was made by Harry Henninger. Henninger's problem when designing this concept was the lack of space in the park. He overcame this obstacle by using the same property as the Thunderbolt for the Steel Phantom. The Phantom's second and largest hill actually goes over and then under the tracks of the Thunderbolt before it sinks into a deep ravine. Prior space was also utilized when the Thunderbolt, Kennywood's second youngest coaster, was built in 1968. When Andy Vettel designed the Thunderbolt, he used the first and last drops of that location's previous coaster, the Pippin, designed by the famous John A. Miller. This made the Thunderbolt the first ever coaster to be completely remodeled in the middle of the ride. Also retained from the Pippin was a tunnel segment taken out just this year. The original Thunderbolt also had a small hill on the second curve around the loading station. The hill was removed in 1969. The Jackrabbit was designed by John Miller in 1921 for a cost of only $50,000. Miller saved lumber and cost by taking advantage of a ravine on the edge of the park. A new system of wheels under the track enabled the coaster to travel smoothly down the 70-foot double dip. The train is made up of 3-seat cars with a maximum load of 18. The first of these cars were built by Dayton Funhouse and Riding Device Manufacturing Company. These cars were replaced in 1947 with cars built by Andy Vettel's uncle, Ed Vettel. The Jackrabbit originally had a tunnel after the first drop, which was removed in the 1940s and restored only this year. The second oldest coaster operating in Kennywood Park is the Racer. The first Racer was designed in 1910 by John Miller with a price tag of $50,000. Like today's Racer, it was a twin-track racing coaster. The cars ran on separate tracks, but still didn't have wheels under the track, so dips and curves were gentle. The cars on this coaster were 3-seat cars which had the ability to hold 18 passengers. This old Racer was torn down in 1926 due to obvious aging. The new Racer was redesigned in 1927, again by John Miller. Brady McSwiggan wanted a snappy ride that wasn't too much for mothers and children to ride. The new Racer was one of the most immaculate coasters ever built, and also one of the most expensive. The price was $75,000. The main reason for this price is that, in this case, Miller did not use the topography of the area to his best advantage. The largest hill in the coaster was actually built in a ravine, so much more lumber was necessary to complete the building of this coaster. Miller also designed a reverse curve so that the cars would be at the opposite ports upon return. This new Racer had wheels under the track, making banking turns and curved dips possible. The new Racer also had one final hill which was removed by Andy Vettel in 1949. No ACE convention would be complete without the annual ACE business meeting. Topics discussed at this year's business meeting include approval of last year's minutes, volunteering, the European Conference, budget conditions, future events, and the restructuring of the ACE regional rep system, and some discussion on ACE history and public relations. The final night of the ACE convention made host to the closing ceremonies. Members of the American coaster enthusiasts gathered to enjoy one final meeting and enjoy a wonderful meal together before heading off once again on their separate ways. First, presentations were given, such as the ACE Coaster Classic Awards.
I've asked the boys to turn them around so you can see what a Coaster Classic plaque looks like. And Mikey, if I may borrow yours, I'll read the inscription. American Coaster Enthusiast recognizes, and then we identify the coaster as a Coaster Classic. We salute the preservation of this American treasure in its purest form by the use of traditional materials, equipment, and operating methods, which are fundamental to the classic wooden roller coaster experience and its enduring popularity. Presented June 20th, 1991, and then we had the ACE logo on the bottom. Thank you, Mike. Did you all get your pictures here? No, hold them up and smile, guys. Hold them up and smile, guys. Okay. Let's see. Rich Henry, would you come up here, Manager of Operations for Kennywood? I know Idlewild Park was not officially part of this convention, but I know that almost all of you were over there. I understand the line yesterday morning was as long as an ERT. But our first award is being presented by Mikey Appy, to my right, and he is going to present the Classic Coaster plaque for Rolo Coaster at Idlewild. Mikey? You can lay him down here. Robbie Appy, I put him in the middle, sort of the medium-sized coaster, and you know which one it is at Kennywood, the one with the outstanding double dip in the world. Bar none. Okay, Robbie already presented the plaque for the Jackrabbit. And then the big one, the Spaghetti Bowl, and the drop down into the valley, and the Phantom slicing through it, and Andy Vettel and Miller and all that about the Thunderbolt at Kennywood. Steve Appy will present that.
Andy Quinn of Kennywood gave an interesting and informative keynote speech.
I'm not going to stand up here tonight and talk to you about roller coasters, because that's something be a little strange for me giving you any tips on roller coasters. Collectively, I haven't rode anywhere close to what you, and I look at them as a tool of business versus a joy of living. What I'd like to do is pretty much give you a little bit of background about Kennywood. You've seen the hardware. You know some of the age. It actually is an interesting history, and I'm not going to give you the year-by-year description of it. There are a lot of years we didn't do anything. But I just wanted to give you a little more colorful background of the park and the people that work there. Pretty much the philosophy that seems to have kept us going for 94 years. Carl Hughes up front here is the only one. He was there at the first year, and he's still here. Kennywood, as you are all aware, is in its 94th season of fun. We're very proud of that. There are some parks that are older. They happen to be friends of ours. We all grew up at the same time. We're very proud of the fact that we are traditional. I had a lot of people come up and remark at just how nostalgic and how comfortable it is, and that really means a lot to Kennywood. For a long, long time, in the mid-'70s, when the bang of themers came around, we looked at maybe that's the way to go, and Carl Hughes had the foresight to say, no, fellas, let's remember what our roots are, and let's stick to those and enhance those roots. I just want to take this opportunity on behalf of the Kennywood Park Corporation, Carl Hughes, our chairman, Harry Henniger, who regrettably couldn't be here tonight, Rich Henry, myself, and everybody else that makes Kennywood go, to thank you, the American coaster enthusiasts. We were very happy to host you. You're a great bunch of people. I've met a lot of people who said a lot of nice things, and we're very appreciative. I especially would like to thank Lucy, and Alan, you'll get the phone bill, but Lucy, I don't know just how much you know that she did for your group, but I think Lucy Ambrosini deserves a big round of applause for this event. Two other people who have really put some time and effort in on us and your event, and who I've become very close with, Ray Ubroth and Randy Geisler. It's been my pleasure. I've enjoyed it. I'm not going to run out and give you exclusive riding time tonight, but we were extremely happy. I think our team members at Kennywood, just listening to them in our clubhouse where they eat, we're having a ball talking to your people. Your people are the type of people that we wish we could get every day. They're interesting, they know about parks, and that's these kids, they want to talk to somebody. And they had a ball this week, and they are very appreciative. So on behalf of Kennywood, I'd like to thank you all. Have a great season riding coasters, and come back and visit us in Pittsburgh whenever you can. Thank you.
Also, later in the evening, door prizes were handed out.
We would like to acknowledge the following door prizes, and by the way, they're on the table over at the Pittsburgh Hospitality. Bill Sr. is waving his hand. From H.J. Heinz Company in Pittsburgh, we have 5 cookbooks. We have from H.J. Heinz a supply of pickles and Heinz mustard, I think a case of it. From Charles Jacques, and I'd love to get into Chuck's basement. Where is Chuck? I know he's here somewhere. He has a tie. There he is. I'd love to get in his basement because these things that he donates, I know he has a lot more down there, and I'd like to see what he got down there. He has donated 10 various amusement park souvenirs. Chuck has also donated a copy of his book, Westview Park, a copy of his book on Kennywood. Elaine Linkenheimer has donated, and this is a find for those of you who like t-shirts, a Westview Park t-shirt. The Radisson Hotel Pittsburgh has donated 4 big posters of the city of Pittsburgh. And may I say, on that boat cruise last night, did you like the boat cruise? Well, you know, Gary Baker and I started talking about the boat cruise, I think last December. And all winter, we talked back and forth, should we or shouldn't we? Should we or shouldn't we? Are we going to lose money on it? Will anybody want to do it? I mean, if we do it, what's the big deal? Well, we finally decided to go ahead and do it. And I want you to know that registration for the boat cruise ran far ahead of registration for the convention, at least in the early days. But what a sight it was last night, Carl, when we got to that view from the river of the Thunderbolt and the Phantom, and almost everybody on the boat was on the upper deck, and all the cameras were aimed in that direction, and the boat was listing. And the captain said, I better put the stabilizer on here. And then he turned around and all the cameras pointed from the other side of the boat. Quite an event. Okay, 26 door prizes. I'll do what I did before. I'll call out the numbers twice. If your number is called, just go over to Bill and pick out whatever door prize you would like.
And a special award was handed to Carl Hughes, making Kennywood Park an honorary member of the organization.
But Carl, I cannot tell you how honored I am to read this plaque to you. ACE salutes Kennywood Park for its enduring commitment to the roller coaster and its historic role in the amusement industry. Throughout its history, the roller coaster capital of the world has presented to its patrons the best in roller coaster design, technology, and maintenance. Kennywood best reflects ACE's own goals of the preservation, appreciation, and enjoyment of the greatest amusement rides ever invented, the traditional wooden roller coaster and the contemporary steel roller coaster. And Carl, it's my honor to tell you that the American Coaster Enthusiasts is pleased to recognize Kennywood Park as an honorary member. I think they're going to take a picture of us. Can I shake your hand?
Thank you, Ray. I won't tell my wife about this because she pays dues. She can continue to pay dues. But this has been a wonderful week for us, and this is a wonderful way to end it. And I'm so proud of all our people. We have enjoyed having you immensely.
The ACE 1991 Coaster Convention was filled with exciting activities, interesting exhibits, and a whole lot of roller coaster riding in Pittsburgh's own traditional amusement center, Kennywood Park.